What's up, everybody? So, it's been a while since I've done this angle. This is a good, appealing angle, don't you think? So I thought, since I did a manga haul for Onicon, and then I did one, I was like, yeah, let's just continue to do manga hauls, because those seem to be a big hit, and everyone needs something to read, so why not? So I went to Holiday Matsuri in 2018 with the Mystify. You can totally check out the vlog for that. And I'm not going to do a haul for it because I've already kind of tucked away everything that I bought from it, and it's just too hard to find everything that I got. Since I went to Holiday Matsuri, which is in Florida, if you didn't know that, Orlando, Florida, I didn't really buy a lot of books there, at the convention. Okay, just a little last minute thing. I had this in my stack of books, and I thought I bought this at Books A Million, but I think I actually did buy this at Holiday Matsuri at the Kinokuniya book stand. They sell a lot of Japanese books there, and I think this was my first time seeing them. I think they were at Holiday Matsuri 2 years ago. I'm not completely sure, but this was in the bag, so I'm pretty sure that this was something that I bought at Holiday Matsuri, and I thought it was from the vendor that I mentioned from Onicon, but it's not. It's from Kinokuniya. So it is another Junjo Ito book smash. I haven't read this one yet, but I think it's another set of, it's another set of short stories, and I haven't jumped into this yet. I thought about it after I read Shiver, but I read Gyo back to back, and there's only so much Junjo Ito I can read back to back. I need a little break. So I just wanted to share that I did do this before, I didn't want to forget it, but there you go. BM5, I hung out with him for an extra day, and he kind of took me around his workplace, and we walked around the mall, and then he showed me. He cursed a store that I have never been to ever, and it's not cursed, but since I'm a huge bibliophile, if you didn't already know that, he was like, oh, and here's the bookstore, and then we had to go in said bookstore because bookstores are my weakness, and of course they had a sale on manga, and I really didn't need to be buying more manga because I have manga at home that I could be reading. I have a problem. And plus, I bought a bunch of stuff at the convention. I did see a familiar face. The vendor that I mentioned in my Onicon manga haul, he was there, so that was kind of cool. If you could see my little plushies, my little Glimmy Bears, I did buy these at Holiday Matsuri. They were Halloween special collab, limited edition Glimmy Bears with, the Glimmy Bear Company and non-baka, which took me a while to realize that these were non-baka Glimmy Bears. So originally I was just going to get the two, which was this one. No, it was originally going to be these two little bears, and then when I really looked at them, before I bought them, I realized that they were non-baka characters, so obviously I had to get all four of them because I have a problem. Why am I bringing that up? The whole Hellmare story, and I didn't buy any manga there, because of the whole Books A Million thing. So I wanted to share my Books A Million manga haul that I bought while I was in Florida, visiting him and going to Holiday Matsuri with him. For those who know me, you're not going to be surprised by the manga that I chose because it totally just encapsulates the two sides of Miko. There's the horror and then there's the yaoi, and I love both. So I bought a lot of that. So the first thing I'll show you is, because I'm forever growing this collection of Junjo Ito books, I bought the Shiver. I bought Shiver, which is a collection of short stories, which was, it was great. It was heavy. Shouldn't have read it right after Gyo, but I don't regret it. It was very, very good. I'm really enjoying these hardback covers of his work. I won't have to worry about like transporting him to a new space whenever that happens. If you haven't read any of his work, you totally should. If you've seen the Junjo Ito anime of, like, I think it's called the Junjo Ito Collection, that anime series, it was nice having context of what the source material looked like, because a lot of the shorts are in this book. For those who are new to his stuff, because when I watched the anime, I thought it was actually okay. I totally understand the complaints that people have, that they didn't think it was as creepy as the manga, but I think that's just more of a, when you read stuff, you're more involved in it, compared to like when you watch stuff, you're not as sucked in and involved, because you don't really have to like do anything, it's like moving on its own. But this, you have to like picture the sounds and the reactions and stuff, even though the pictures are there. But I have read Shiver, it's really good, totally check it out. Next is another manga that I have read already as well, and it is a yaoi called Coyote by Ranmaru Zaria. So that's that series. Of course it's mature, it was in plastic originally. It has to do with werewolves. I thought it was vampires, but it's werewolves. I don't think I'll be doing a first impression on it, so I'll just tell you what it's about for all of you BL. In order to conceal that he's a werewolf, Coyote avoids getting too involved with humans, but Marlene, a pianist at a bar he frequents, is interested in him and just won't take no for an answer. When Coyote unexpectedly goes into heat for the first time, Marlene catches him while he's unable to maintain his human form and offers up a tempting invitation. Coyote wants to resist, but can he? So, I didn't know if this was a one-shot or not, but clearly it's not, because it does have a 1. I believe this is a very short series, so I most likely will get the next volume of this and continue it, but I will have to wait on that for a while, because I have other series that I need to finish before I jump into this one, because I shouldn't be getting new series in the first place, and I got a bunch of new series, because I have no self-control, obviously. But this was a pretty good story, very different. Never read werewolf. I'm used to, like, I don't know, like a vampire concept or something. So the next one, I haven't read this one yet, but it's Shiver Goldfish. I think it's Goldfish. Yeah, it's Goldfish. I wasn't sure if it was Goldfish or Coldfish, but that's that terrifying little cover. Hopefully it'll be different compared to like Gyo. This one's by Hiromi Aoi. High schooler Hajime Tsukioda went to Shibuya that day, hoping only to find inspiration for the next film. He never expected to find himself smack dab in the middle of a real-life horror movie. Without warning, skulls of massive goldfish descend upon the crowded streets, and the mystified onlookers's confusion quickly turns to terror as the fish begin to feed from their tentative shelter. Hajime and a handful of survivors await a rescue that seems more and more unlikely as the days and hours tick by. Meanwhile, all around them, the bloody feeding frenzy rages. Yeah, this totally sounds completely different than Gyo. Sure, Gyo had, but it was more like those like zombie fish, robotic fish, terrorizing people, and it was just all sorts of different fish. This is just goldfish. So I look forward to jumping into this. This has been on my to-read list for quite a long time, and I don't know why I caved in and bought it. Maybe I didn't think I would ever see this again, even though we have the thing called the internet, where I could have hoarded it as well. But here we are, I got it anyway. Next is a familiar series that I have made a first impression on, and it was probably annoyingly edited, but I'm very proud of it and I don't care because I really, really love the series, and I hope my love continues to grow for it. It is 10 Count. So I bought volumes 2 and 3, and obviously I have not bust open the plastic yet, so it's just waiting for me to just jump in and, I don't know, tear into it. I don't know. I'm still loving this series so much. It's so good. Reading Coyote and some other yaoi books that I've read, I've realized how much yaoi has changed since I like jumped into like the BL sphere. But I really want to talk about that like for another day, because I have a whole like series dedicated to stuff like that. So this isn't going to be the last time I'm going to be talking about Tank Out, I swear. I promise. But I got 2 and 3. This will probably be one of this like newer series that I got into that I might break the rules of just getting like the next volume, because I just need it. Next is another manga series that was on my to-read list for a very long time, and I think a friend of mine recommended it to me as well, which is Ibitsu by Haruto Uro. So obviously I hadn't read this one either. It's still wrapped up in shrink wrap, but that's what that looks like. I've off and on heard about this series in the manga sphere, and I wanted to check it out. I would read the back of it, but the Books A Million anti-theft sticker is kind of blocking like the last line of the description. But I look forward to reading it. Hopefully I really like it. So far I've had pretty good luck with blindly buying new series with really knowing little to nothing about them, and other than what I read on the back and being like, oh okay, that sounds great, and I just hope that it's really good. It's very rare that like I'm knocking on some wood right now. Hopefully this is not like the book that like breaks that streak, but I have read not so interesting manga before, but it was just stuff I've read from like the library, and new money was put into it. The last book that I bought, because we gotta end on a high note with BL, is Escape Journey by Ogoretsu Tanaka. So here we go. Clearly I have not opened it yet, still in the plastic, but that's this series. But yeah, it's a series because it says what on it. It's Nato's first day of college, and the last person he expected to see was his high school ex-Taichi, whom he had dumped after a huge argument. Even though years have passed, Naito finds he still steamed over some of the harsh words that were exchanged, but he also recognizes how much Taichi has matured since then and can't help getting pulled back in. Will the discovery of his friend's crush on Taichi fray the fragile threads of his mending relationship? Who knows? But I know these ladies are a total, like, ploy. We don't need them, never needed them, just throw them away. Just, ugh. No, I'm kidding. But it happens, like, all the time when some girl enters some, like, BL, like, story. They're just kind of like, oh, well, I guess he's not interested in me because he's interested in this dude. But anyway. So those are all the books I bought at Books A Million in Florida. I hate when they have sales. It's just so hard to resist them. But here we are, just buried in books, and I couldn't ask for anything better than that. That's all the manga that I bought. If any of you have read it, please let me know in the comments whether you think I like them or not. Hopefully these are a good selection of stuff so far. I've delved into 2, as I said, the Coyote and Shiver, which were really great. If you enjoyed my little haul video from Books A Million, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my face and hear more of my annoying little voice just cracking, just losing itself slowly in the distance, you can hit that subscribe button below. I do post videos on Wednesdays and or Thursdays. I also do early access to stuff I post here and stuff that we all post on the blog on Patreon, so you can go support me there. I also do little extra things there as well. That's it. Hopefully I won't buy any books for a while. I think I'm set. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.